So we're a couple of hours into our walk now. This is about, I suppose, 2 hours after my last video, and what I've been doing is just controlling his emotions. He's still a little bit overexcited, but he's slowly but surely getting into his head that it's not all about him. And again, every time he makes a mistake, I'm just correcting it. If he doesn't listen, obviously you grab the lead. But I'm just trying to give him as much freedom as I can, but still keeping him under control. And again, it's all about exerting your dominance over him, because he wasn't like this last week, but this week he seems to have got it into his head that he can just do whatever he likes. And what that suggests to me is he's done something in the park, maybe. He's had a go at a dog and he hasn't been disciplined properly. And because he's gotten away with it, he just thinks he can just do it whenever he wants now. So I'm just keeping an eye on it and basically just trying to readjust that mentality that he's got right now. But we've had a couple of interactions with people and dogs, and he's been fine. It's just with Kai, really. He's really trying to dominate this pack, and my lot just aren't having it. But like, Kai is quite passive, really. She doesn't really have a go back, but I have noticed a couple of times that she's getting quite annoyed by his actions. So what I'm thinking is, maybe if I let her deal with it, like, she won't attack him, but she'll just put him in his place. And I think maybe that's what needs to happen here, is that Kai needs to actually deal with this. Because at the moment he seems to think he can just walk all over her and just dominate her as he pleases. And it's not a bad thing. It's pack mentality. He wants to find a role within this pack, and he doesn't like the fact that he's the outsider. And what he's basically trying to do is say, look, I'm stronger and tougher than all of you. And all dogs do it, wolves do it as well. But my lot won't have it. They won't have it, because their roles are already set, and they will not allow an Amiga to come in and just take domination away from them, or take the alpha role from them. And I don't really think he's got that in him. It's just that he's young, and he's coming into maturity, and that chemical reaction in the brain, the pheromones, are just they're working rather than his brain, sort of thing. Because you can see he's very nervous. He flinches whenever one of the boys get near him. He does sort of flinch. So he does sort of understand that he is the outsider here. But yeah, he's definitely trying to find his role within this pack. And this is probably why he's having the problems of growling and barking at other dogs, is that he hasn't got a role. And this again is all about leadership. If what this suggests to me is that there isn't a dominant alpha in his home life. No one's taking no one's taking the lead. No one's actually um, stepping up and being the pack leader. Everyone seems to be on the even kill, and this is why his behaviour is like this. Is because of that weakness, he's now sensing that he can challenge for the role as pack leader, and he will do it absolutely everywhere. So someone in the family needs to step up and actually research and learn about how to become a better pack leader, and this will help with with his uh, with his mentality at the moment. Because he listens to me when I say no, and I put him on the lead and then let him go again. He listens, but then he starts to backslide, and the reason why he's backsliding is because this is new to him. No, I think he's getting away with far too much, and he's not being disciplined enough. And again, yeah, it's all about getting those three main uh, attributes correct: exercise, discipline, and affection. You have to strike an even balance between the three. And right now, this dog is got he's getting too much affection, not enough exercise or discipline. He's getting way too much affection because he just thinks he can do it and there's no consequence. So, as I said, I think I said this at the beginning, is that either the affection levels have to be brought down to match how much exercise and discipline training he's getting, or his exercise and discipline has got to be upped to match the amount of affection he's receiving. Because at the moment he's completely unbalanced, completely. No. Do you not want water? Do you want some water? Chase! Hey! Hey! Off! No! No! Here. Kai, come here. Come here. No! Enough! See, again there, he knows that he's doing wrong, but he just can't help himself. And that's because he's not being trained enough to not do this. No. Yeah, this is definitely. I'm definitely right here. I'm definitely right here because we've been doing this for nearly 3 hours now, and it's still not really sinking in. It is a little bit, and then he backslides. So this just suggests to me that he's getting away with it too much, and he's being overpraised, and the over affection that he's receiving is outweighing the discipline that he's getting. So yeah, there's way too much affection and not enough training going on. Definitely, definitely. It's all right, Kai, because this weren't happening last week. He was a bit all over her a week or two ago because she was in season, but now what he's doing is he's trying to dominate. And yeah, I'm definitely right here. I'm definitely right here. This is all. This is a leadership problem. There's a void in the leadership problem in his home life. And what he's doing is he's trying to take control, and he's even doing it with me. So this is something that needs to be addressed. Uh, but again, if you go to my website and go to the page Canine Psychology, it, I've got a massive write-up all about how to overcome this problem and how you can assert leadership over your dog, and it gives you all the skills you need to be a better pack leader. But I really suggest that you guys read it and start putting it into practice, because otherwise you're going to have more and more problems with him. Like, it's something I can work on, but obviously I only see him once a week, so this is something that needs to be drummed into him every day. Hit! Chase! Kai! Sorry, Kai, I meant bully. Go on, darling. But yeah, there's definitely a leadership void there. Definitely. But again, if you just read what I've written on my website, it will help you. It really will help. Yeah, it's all about leadership. It's all about taking that alpha role. You have to take it, and a lot of people don't actually understand it or even know about this. But it's very important. A lot of dog behaviour is because people don't take that alpha role because they don't know how to. But my website explains exactly how to mould yourself into that alpha role. It's very, very simple, and if you can get to grips with it and start putting it into practice, within a week or two, this problem will subside. It really will. So I really recommend that you do it, and don't just take my word for it. There's lots of professional dog trainers online. People like Cesar Milan, the dog whisperer, Victoria Stilwell, Zach George. All these people are really like top professionals, and I still research some of their work and add it to my own portfolio. So yeah, it's always worth seeing what I've written and then go and double check it with someone obviously who's better than I am. But yeah, it's all about research. Everything is about research. The more research you do, the better you become at what you're trying to do, obviously. So yeah, I'm definitely right there though, and it's become more visible this week than what it was last week. I did sort of wonder last week what was going on, but because my mind was more focused on just training him with the recall and stuff, wasn't really paying much attention to this. But once I heard that he was doing this a bit more lately, I started to think about it, and obviously I've done my own research, and this is definitely the problem. It's definitely a leadership void, because I'm the alpha in my pack. When I walk my dogs on their own or with other dogs, we don't have this problem at all, ever. I've never had this problem, and that's because all the dogs that I walk have been trained and taught to listen. But yeah, he's definitely lacking. But it's not a major problem. It's very easy to resolve. It just takes a bit more time and a bit more practice, because it's not out of control. It's just I spot things very early, and the earlier that you can catch these things, the better. So yeah, the quicker you address it, the quicker you can overcome it. Hit. It's a really nice day. They said it was going to rain, but it looks like we're going to be able to avoid the rain today. It's meant to be a downpour at about midday, 12 o'clock, and where the sun is right now, I would say it's about 11. Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock. So it's still about an hour till that's forecasted, but doesn't look like it's going to rain. But the last couple of days it has sort of just come out of nowhere. Here guys. Hey! Here! Come on Kai, come and get some water. Come on. Come on, get some water. Gotta be hot. Good girl. Come on. Here. Here. Hey! Yeah, and that as well, what he's doing there, he's taking basically nothing off the other dogs. Sticks, a weed that Bully just pulled out of the water, and he's just snatched it off him. That suggests to me he's got a possession problem as well. That again is another major problem. If he starts getting possessive over things, that can also lead to aggression. And I've noticed twice that he's done that now. And it's basically over nothing. It's not even a ball or anything. It's just sticks and weeds. So that's also something that needs to be addressed. Is that he's got this obsession with everything is his, and you can address that at home by just using a ball or a toy that he really likes, and you just put it on the floor and make him sit down in front of it, and you basically tell him no, that he's not allowed to touch it until you tell him to. So you can call him away from it, make him sit down in front of it, and what you basically do is say no, and every time he tries to take it, if you just put your foot between the dog and the item and just put your hand out and say no, make him sit there, and then you back off from it, back off a couple of feet, and if he tries to take it again, you just intervene again, tell him no, make him sit down, relax, and this technique will stop this possessive personality that he's actually developing. But that again is another problem. But that again is probably something that's developed at home because he's obviously an only dog. He has his own toys and stuff like that. So, and he's always centre of attention. So anything going on around him that he's not involved in, he just wants to be involved with it. But yeah, that can lead to serious problems, the possessive personality. Okay, so I'm going to stop filming now because my arm is absolutely killing me.